Guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Wallplay Games. Welcome to another video. Now the conventional intro, I know, but I'm just super excited right now. We have made so much progress here in the city, or I should say I have in this case, because I didn't do it with you guys. I'm sorry, I kind of left you out, but I've just been having so much fun in this world and really been getting some stuff done. And I'm really excited to share it with you. If you guys remember, this is the office building that we put up a couple episodes ago. You can see some streetlights here. I've been really trying to add some detail. This is what we got going on so far. Yeah, I've added a couple buildings here and there. I was doing the tour with Evan a couple times ago. He inspired one of my buildings over here, kind of off his World Trade Center design, which was pretty cool. And then I got a whole bunch of other new buildings I want to show you today. So I'm really excited about that. Also, I've gone ahead and added a bunch of trees and everything in the city. You probably know what street this is. We're on the back of these brick buildings. I'll show you kind of where we are in a second. However, I've just been loving this world, and I've just been building as much as I can. So I guess I'll start you off with a little bit of a tour. I've been trying to, again, add lots of detail and try to do some interiors and whatnot. I've added this little entryway into this building right here. We got a couple couches on either side, and then you can enter into the actual building and, you know, go to your offices. I guess I haven't put stairs in here. That would probably be one thing to add. So you can get up to the upper floors. But yeah, I don't know. That's kind of a cool little addition there. I put this hotel up right across the street. This is more of like a formal, fancy hotel. It's kind of symmetrical there. It's got no parking in front of it, no street light because, you know, it's been replaced with the fountain. But it's got this nice little driveway in, and then if you enter inside, we have a nice little leaf in the middle, little stage where you can maybe have some jazz players come out, play some music. A couple different seating areas, and then a front desk for check-in. Nice open lobby here, and the floors are finished. Oh, I forgot about that actually. I didn't finish that. But the floors are finished here with some rooms that people could stay in. A little office and a little bed, and they're all pretty much identical. Anyway, if we go down to the bottom here, just because we are doing a little bit of a tour, I'm super pumped. This is so exciting. If we go down here, this is going to be the entrance into some form. I think over this way will be like the hotel pool, all down that hallway. In here might be an entrance into another building, and then eventually to a subway station, but I'm still yet to figure that part out. Anyway, that's that building. Use the hotel lettering at the top there in case you missed it, but I'm pretty happy with how it turned out overall. And yeah, it's got this cool little glowstone thing going on here. I didn't do this to be weird and place a bunch of lights. I did this to make it look like a bunch of light bulbs on the bottom here, kind of retro, kind of fun. Anyway, we keep going. We have a whole bunch, you know, I tried a little newspaper boxes and more streetlights and whatnot. This is a streetlight design that I went for. A little bit strange with these bits here, but I kind of it grew on me. I'm kind of liking it now. This building's new right over here. I put a couple little stores here. This is a great example of what I want to be doing here in terms of stores for the whole world. So we've got this little, what is this? This is the Global Food Express, little grocery here, and a grocery mart, whatever you want to call it. This is a, what is this? Safe box. I'm not sure what this is. I just kind of placed a bunch of shulkers on the wall, and I was like, what is this? Maybe like a security company or something? Safe box. That's what this is. I'm not sure what you buy there, but anyway. This is the Center Birch accounting firm, I guess, it's in this building. I forgot I named it. So I'm going to be trying to come up with some clever names and stuff throughout the city. The currency exchange just down here in case you got to, you know, change your currency. What else is new? I'm kind of going a little bit out of order. That's that building, though. Kind of cool. You guys have seen that. We built that on camera. I'm pretty sure we built that one on camera as well. That was last episode, so all this stuff behind it's new. This is supposed to be another little grocery mart down here. That's why I have this cool little, you know, design at the bottom of this office building, which has some sea lantern lights now. I've been trying to use more and more of those. This would be the entrance into that office building, but I haven't finished it yet. Right here, maybe some sort of restaurant, some sort of place to buy things. I'm not sure. A little shop, though, for sure. This will be the entryway into this office tower, which doesn't have a name yet, but that is how you would enter it. Over here is going to be some sort of clothing store, maybe like suits, because I have a little window display here with some suits in it. And then over here, I did this one up. This is like a little salad bar, I think, or something like that. Kind of fun, though, in the bases, so you can kind of see where I'm going for here with all these little designs. Next is the one that I said was inspired by Evan. I don't want to turn the corner here because I've done some cool stuff behind it as well. However, this is just a nice little one. I saw that he used the glass on the outside of the pillars on the inside, and I really liked how this one turned out. If you go inside, you can kind of see that it looks a little bit more realistic. I don't know. It's kind of cool to have the pillars on the inside, though, for sure. So that's what we got going on for this building right here. Nice little lobby was built just down here where you can just enter, but I haven't really done much with it. And then, yeah, functional sign. I was playing around with these quite a bit. This is a little parking garage I threw up about 15 minutes ago, and I'm kind of liking it. The brick is really cool. I'm not sure about the roof yet, but I might have to change that to something else in the future. Anyway, I had this little sign here, which just kind of, you know, glows like that. And again, kind of inspired by all the lights I saw in Evan's world. And just got so many ideas, and I decided I want to try to do some stuff like that with commands in my world. So this is one example here. I left it open so you can see. We have these command blocks that go around. One of them is one that places the light. In fact, all the bottom ones place the lights going all the way down in order, and then the top ones immediately replaces. So this is the light on level 76. So then the one next to it on the top takes off the one in 76. So they're kind of opposite each other. This one, and then that one takes it off. This one, and that one takes off. These replace it with the green concrete, and you get that really cool moving effect with the light. Really liking how that turns out. Hopefully we can do more of it and it won't cause too much lag, but I've got some amazing, really cool ideas that are going to go with this, and I don't want to spoil them just yet, but let me just say that it's going to be absolutely insane if I can get this kind of stuff to work on a more major scale. Couple more things that I put up here. This is just a little bit of row housing, whatever you want to call it, like a little mid-rise units that you could live in. I think I've done up one of them, maybe, or no, have I not? Well, I've put a wall in one of them, I think. I don't think I've actually done anything more. Yeah, this would basically be the size of it. And, these might be very expensive units if this was in New York, for example, because, you get 3 stories, and then maybe somebody gets an upstairs level as well. On the back here, I just kind of brought it to the top. So yeah, it actually says a flat roof. Not the most attractive building from behind by any means. However, it turned out okay. This one's still a work in progress in terms of the base, but it is another little office building here that I used on the staggered road, which I put in. And I kind of made it so the concrete would get closer and closer to it, to then more, just to bring the end of the island closer this way, so we could go ahead and put a port in here. Anyway, I'm pretty happy with the way that turned out. I like the staggered base pattern that goes back, heading towards towards that way, and then the building that sits on top of it. Overall, though, I feel like I've made some pretty good progress. That's kind of an overview again of everything that or that I've gone ahead and added here. I kind of went off and just did a whole bunch of stuff. Anyway, so yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 new buildings, and today we're gonna add 8 or 9, depending on how you count it. It's going to be a double building. Hopefully going right here. I'm going to go back and reference the plans here and see what the actual deal is as what's happening here. But I hope to put something right in this space here. So let's see if we can go ahead and check out the plans and figure out if we can put something there. Also, I think I got Dark to agree to build a bridge here for me, which would just be awesome because I suck at bridges, and he could probably make something look half decent going across the lake. So yeah, I've already showed him my little angled road there, and he was like, no, I don't like it. But anyway, I think it's okay. It'll work for what we're doing. Also, we need a name for the city. So, if you feel like it, if you feel so inclined, if you have any suggestions, leave it down below. Otherwise, I'm going to go like a random name generator and just keep going until I like something. But that's kind of my plan. Okay, here's the block that we just completed. This is our diagonal tower, if you will. Our black towers right here. The 2 other ones with the grocery store, and then that one with the clothing store at the bottom are right there. The white towers right here. This is where I plan to place, and this is not going to, let's do this with fences. This is where I plan to place a double condominium building. Something like, okay, well, this doesn't really work because it would have to be open. Can we do this? No, we can't. Can we do, I don't know why I'm bothering with this. There we go. It looks something like that with 2 towers right at the end there, and those would both be condominiums or apartments, just as we have no apartments really in the city so far, except for maybe the little duplex or whatever we call it beside it. But yeah, we really don't have much done, so I want to put 2 big buildings right there. And I'm just getting so excited for as this kind of builds our way into the downtown area. Also, we're getting close to the Grand Central Station that we're going to put in here. So I want to start working on that at some point. Anyway, we have this entire block done right here. We have this block partially done now with a couple buildings. We have this block, again, partially done. And then this is the one that we're going to be starting today. Yeah, really liking how things are turned out, though, and how everything's looking. And I'm super pumped to get to some of the bigger? I said it twice. Bigger buildings. Yeah, it should be cool. Anyway, let's get to work on this building right here. I mean, just look at it. This is looking so cool already with just a little bit of design that I have added. These are all going to be functional, by the way, these streetlights. We're going to put them all in like a massive streetlight system, which is going to make them all work together. That will be a big project for another day. But yeah, I mean, this looks so cool. And then once we have more moving signs and whatnot, oh my gosh, this is going to be awesome. Also, I didn't put these in spawn chunk, actually. I just realized that. So I'm probably going to have to move this whole thing and put it somewhere where it won't stop whenever I, leave the chunks. Okay, so right here is where we're going to be building today. Let's see if we can get something going. By the way, I've staggered these roads on purpose. That was as per the plan. I'm not sure why we planned it like that, but I think it's kind of cool because at the end of every road you have a building, so it doesn't feel as like just like massive long roads. This is like a main street right here, but it kind of it allows me to add more detail, make them a little bit smaller, and they have some sort of end, something to look to, which is kind of fun. Okay, I'm just going to roughly place this one. I'm not even sure how far it's supposed to go, so I'm just going to place it maybe right to here, and we'll edit it later. There we go. We got some polished andesite down there. Let's go ahead now and start working on this building. So my goal with this one is to just absolutely load it with shops on the bottom. So that's going to kind of be a fun task here. Maybe put a big box store at one side of it and then have a couple other things going on. However, I think we'll go with this as kind of our store design, and then I want to bump out one and create this area right here. That is basically going to be the design for the base, and I'm going to continue it along here. We could do something cool actually where these kind of stagger in like the windows. We could do something like this where they, I guess not quite like this, but hold on a second. Yeah, kind of like we did way back in the day with the Hong Kong city where they stagger like that. I think I am going to actually do that here. I think that could be a lot of fun. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and do that. You know what, I'm going to go ahead here and actually build the base off camera. I think it's going to take a little bit of time here. I know that you guys aren't always interested in that. You're more interested in the actual building. I'll go over it when I'm finished it here in case you do want to copy the same base. But it's just going to be a lot of the same exact thing, and I got to kind of do it by hand. So I'm going to do that, and then I'll go back, or I'll join you guys to build the actual towers here. All right, so I've got a basic base put in place here. We will put some sort of box store here in the middle and then some sort of entrance into the actual buildings themselves, probably right about there. Anyway, I've got this little layout done. I've just been kind of playing in my head here for a little bit, so I'm excited to get started on these builds. I think they should turn out looking pretty good. White and gray, of course, is the color palette that I went with. Actually, I'm going to just fly by here real quick. These are all in sections of 3, and they just kind of pop out and pop in as you go along by one block. And there's 11 of these sections in total here at the bottom, and then they go opposite each other all the way down. And then that is by 5 of these 3 wide sections over here with the exact same thing going on. There's some gray that just goes on all the outside blocks here on the top. That's what we got so far. And then the backs are just flat white walls because I want to be able to add buildings to these. Okay, let's go ahead here and get started with these. This is going to be pretty exciting. Basically, I want this to be a balcony. This building's going to have lots of balconies. There's going to be 2 of these, which I'm going to clone over. Oh, there's only 2 wide. That is an issue. All right, let me just go ahead and see if I can fix that here quickly. There we go. I knew something was off. It's also permanent nighttime. I should probably change that. Oh, that's better. I had that on just to show off the lights, but yeah, okay. So this is what we got going on here. Sorry, this doesn't have to be up here. Okay, so we're going to have a lot of different things going on here. I was supposed to make that part bigger in the middle there, but that's okay. So we'll go ahead here, add 3 of these sections right here. We'll come back like so, make sure they're all 3 wide, and I will kind of give you another overview here at the end. I'm still sort of just planning this out. However, we're going to be going like this, and then like this, and then basically following this big kind of cross pattern where on the last kind of 3x3, we just stuck it in one like that. That's basically the design that we're going for. However, I have a couple special things that I want to add to this design, one of them being these balconies that come out on the end here. They're going to go along like this. So they come out a total of 1 block there like so, and they're going to be on all 4 corners of the building. Actually, no, I can fill this entire thing in here using white concrete, which is what I'm going to do, all the way over to here, and I can add those in. So yeah, on each corner, I'm coming out by 1 block on the balcony like so. Let me go ahead and do it on, I think, the last corner over here, and then we should be good to move on. Cool. I also got to build all these up at least 1 more block. Actually, just 1 more block, not at least. And then we should be able to move on to the next thing. I think I'm also going to add... Should I add a balcony there? No, I think it's going to be too tight. You know, I think I am going to add a little bit of a balcony there, just doing something like that, but only on the 2 sides. I'll show you kind of what my plan is here. I'm hoping that this building isn't too small. I really had to squish them in here to fit them both on this same roof. So I suppose you could go ahead and make yourself a bigger version of this base and then build, you know, slightly bigger versions of these. You'd have to kind of figure out your own math on those. Anyway, that is definitely a possibility. This is just going to do this, and that's all I want it to do over here and on this side as well. Okay, that is almost all I want to do in terms of design. Actually, we got the other balcony over here. I'm going to go ahead here and put all the railings on the balconies, and then we'll go ahead and fill in some windows. We're going to be going with all black windows on this building, so I think it will look pretty sleek when it's all finished. But I have a couple extra things that I want to add here as we go at the end. I'll show you what those are. But they should help bring a little bit of depth detail into the building, which will be really cool and make them look more realistic as well. On kind of regarding the roof, but kind of this whole gray section will be a big section that carries up on past the roof of the building. It should look kind of cool. Okay, so I'm not even sure how I would divvy up these units. You know, we'll put a little balcony entrance in there. I guess I'd split them up into 4. Let me just draw basic lines so you guys know, in case you were wanting to actually put some units in this building. Oh, actually, this is kind of weird because it's a block there. Yeah, you know what? I think I'd probably just go right through it like this. It's just the easiest thing to do. And in fact, why don't we go ahead and just add a little bit of detail there like so. Yeah, that might actually kind of work there. And then we can have a wall that kind of divides everything. And then you could have some sort of center area in here. Yeah, I actually like that. It kind of forces us to do something different with the window there, which might actually work out looking cool. Okay, that's going to kind of come like so, and then I think I just leave these as 2 units, to be honest. I think it's too much work to split them up again just because of the shape of the building. So I'd probably just make them 2 larger units, sell them for a little bit more money if you were playing this with real money, and then leave them as is. This would probably be a nice little sized room though, or an area where you can come and access the rooms. I'd probably put the elevator chute right here, and then I'd go ahead and put a little doorway, and then have, you know, double door entrances maybe into the actual rooms themselves. And since I'm basically doing it anyway, I might as well just finish up adding some lights on the inside of the rooms. I always do that where I just start and say like, okay, I'll just do a little bit of planning here, and then it becomes an entire thing. Anyway, there we go. Now I'll add some lights to there, and I'll do the exact same thing over here. Looking pretty good. All right, we got a couple more windows or doors, whatever you want to call them, to add here. I'm not going to do these all as automatic doors with commands. That would be a little bit painful. I suppose you could. That would be a good solution to these balcony doors and whatnot, but no chance. I'll go ahead here and add the window. I think we're doing them all on that side, right? Yeah, that makes the most sense. And there we go. Let's go ahead and add one more door right here. I like using these as opposed to regular doors because they just look a little bit more modern with the glass and all. Because assumingly on a new building you'd have glass sliding doors, so these kind of make up for that. Okay, there we go. Well, let's get started here with the actual cloning of the build. Again, I'm gonna grab one corner, grab the other corner over here. If you guys watch the cloning tutorial that I put up on the website, no, not the website, the YouTube channel, the Well Played Games cloning tutorial on Minecraft, how to clone stuff, you would know how to do this. So I highly recommend going and checking it out. I know I just totally butchered my entire pitch on you guys, but that's what I got. Okay, that's looking okay. Didn't mean to do that. This is gonna turn out really cool. Yeah, I'm liking this. This is gonna be awesome. Except for the fact that they're both gonna basically be attached to each other because they're so close. But we'll see how that works out here in a second. So you can see here lots and lots of balconies and whatnot. But I think it will overall turn out looking really good. Okay, we're getting to a spot here where we're getting to very similar heights between all these buildings. I'm kind of liking that height, but I think I might go a little bit bigger, just to keep it different. You got to remember that these buildings are actually pretty small still comparatively. They're only going up to 118. We have, the major buildings will hopefully go up to well past, 200. So I like that height. I think it looks pretty good, and I think we've got a pretty good looking building here. And I'll show you what we're going to do with the roof. First of all, I'm going to make an expansion here to the base, just so we have a little bit of room in between. I was hoping to add a little bit of trees and stuff. So I'm going to have one more of these sections, which will kind of bring us away from the main building, or at least that one over there, giving us a little bit more distance. I know it will make this property a little bit bigger and whatnot, but it should help a little bit. So this will be it, and then I will go ahead and add the whole base and everything, tag it all onto that and make that little expansion there. Okay, so with that in mind, now we have a little bit more room. Now we can go ahead and start pasting the second building, which in this case, I think I'm literally just going to copy the first building that we put up there, assuming that it's not too many blocks. Or should I put the ceiling out first? I'm going to put the ceiling out first. And then ideally, I can just clone the entire building over when we're done with it. Okay, let's go ahead and add a roof to it now. Okay, I'm just going to build out the roof now to match this design on the building. I'm going to leave the gray parts open, though, because that's what we're going to do. Something a little bit cool here. I'm going to build this over like so, and then the exact same on these. All right, so I'm going to build these gray parts up like so, and I'm basically going to connect them on either side. A lot of modern buildings kind of do this these days, and this was the cool feature on the roof that I was talking about. Hopefully it turns out cool. I don't know. It should, but we'll see here. And then I'm going to go up one more like so, and that's the design on those. A 3x3 and then a 3x1 up there. Let's go ahead here and just simply connect it with gray concrete. I think will be the best solution here. I might actually add in some white on the actual window parts here. Yeah, something like that, but then we'll just connect it here with gray. Let me just frame in the white, and then we can use the fill command to fill the rest of this gray in, and then that should add a nice little design here for the top of the build. I think that works. I think that does. It kind of, comes out of the building there, intrudes, but it kind of looks good. Okay, I'm liking that. What I'm thinking now is maybe we should add just a white layer around the top of it. This might kind of look strange, but we'll see. Okay, I like that, but now I feel like we need a gray layer on top of here. Maybe we'll just go ahead and do that and see how that looks. Yeah, I think that's going to tie it in really nicely, so I'm going to do that. There we go. That's looking pretty good. That will be the completed building here. So now what I want to do is I just want to simply grab each corner of it, and we're going to see if we can clone the entire thing all at once. Whoops. There we go. Clone, and we'll go ahead and grab the other corner. Now, I doubt it's going to let me. Usually I do this in 2 or 3 parts, but sometimes it'll let you do it. Let's see if it'll let me do it on this one. Okay, and I think I had to clone it right here. Let's see. It looks like it's going to go. It did go. No, it didn't work. Something messed up. Did I miss the corner here? I did. So I got to fill the whole thing with air. Actually, I didn't even go up high enough. How many was that? That was 30,000. I might be able to get the top in. Actually, I probably won't. I'm going to do it in two. Okay, let me move this whole thing over. Hold on. And it's gone, and all the torches fall. Interesting. Okay, let's go ahead and put it right here this time. See if this helps it line up. I don't know. I think this should work. No, okay, that didn't work. That put it in the exact same place that it was before, which is not what I wanted. Now I'm just doing it for fun. I'm just placing it and taking it out. What? Oh, I guess I gotta grab this corner. No, I don't even know. Well, I know that it has to move over one. So let's put it over here and maybe try that. Looks like it lines up, I think. These go over the gray or something like that. I think so. Something's not line up over here, or is it? No, it's not, because that's not supposed to be on the gray, is it? Oh no, of course, because we don't have this bump out over there. It doesn't go the same. That's it though. That is the identical build, and those are looking pretty cool. Let me just clone this guy real quick onto the other one, and then we will actually call it a day here. And there we go. Top of the building is on. This episode's running pretty long, so I want to shorten it up here. We did a whole tuber plus this build. But I'm thinking it's looking pretty good down from the bottom here, especially, and I'm happy with it overall. It's a pretty nice sized building. It's going to help us build back our high density buildings as we keep going here. So yeah, pretty happy with that one overall. They're going to have some views of the water as well, which is cool, and I'm going to leave that one there. With that all said, if you guys did enjoy this video, please don't forget to go below, leave a like, comment, subscribe. Suggest to me what kind of builds you want to see coming further or in the future for the city. And also, if you have a name suggestion for the city, that'd be awesome as well. But thanks again for watching. I'll see you guys all in the next one.